what it do. Let it do what it do, what it do.
I'm definitely face of boxing. Absolutely.
They up the level, I'm gonna up the level with them every time.
I mean what I say, lines only for.
Charlo just dropped moving with that sweeping right and goes down face first.
All right. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the morning after show. You got your boy right here, KQKC Boxing Network. And we also got my co-host, none other than Knockout Boxing 86 TV. What's going on, Knockout?
What is going down, KQ? Man, lightning struck last night. Clarissa Shields done got a knockout. We got Canelo Alvarez. We got Tank and Shakur. It's Terrence Crawford fight week. I'm just excited to be here and be a boxing fan, man, and talk about all these great things going on in the sport we love, man. But yeah, how you doing, man? How's everything going with you?
Man, I'm doing pretty good. Had some family issues this week, but everything seemed to be working out just fine. A shout out to Matty Yoel. All right, he's in that super chat. All right, I appreciate you, Matty Yoel. Yes, sir. Matty Yoel said, "Here you go, KQ." All right, yes, sir. Good brother. All right, yes, sir. So let's see who all in here first. Knockout before we get started. We got Clark TV up in here. We got Godson Don up in here. We got J Kid up in here. Matty Yoel, of course, is up in here, and we got Bruce Gas is up in here. All right, that's what we have so far. All right, yes, sir. So,
yes, sir. Y'all smash the like button. Smash the like button and show KQ some support in that super chat, man.
Yes, sir. Well, I appreciate
hard work.
Yes, sir. All right, yes, sir. We had a good fight card yesterday. What's going on, Jay Allen? In the building boxing, what's going on? We had a good card yesterday. I didn't think the heavyweight division was going to be that exciting. That final card yesterday on ESPN Plus. But Knockout, let me say this about Joyce.
Yes, sir.
I guess I'm not very good like you. All right, I'm not very good at picks. All right, because I picked Joyce to be, man, one of the heavyweight sensations, and it didn't turn out that way like I thought it would. I thought he was going to be a big horse, a big player in the game. And next thing you know, he just fell off. Now, I don't know who was responsible for that. Maybe, just maybe, he had the wrong coach. I don't know. His speed never did pick up. I don't know. So that's how I look at it.
Yeah. I mean, I thought he was going to be better than what he was too. Especially, we're a long way away from it. It seemed like we're a long way away, but a couple years ago, remember, he was whooping on Daniel Dubois, and now look at where their careers have gone. He made Daniel Dubois quit. He's the first person to really damage Daniel Dubois, and since then, Daniel Dubois has put on some good performances. He beat Jarrell Big Baby Miller. He put on a good performance against Usyk. And he's worked his way back, and it looks like Joyce is falling off of a cliff, and I think it's just because he don't have that one thing that you need in boxing, or at least a little bit of it. He ain't got no speed at all. No. He's just slow. He's just so damn slow, and so he ends up struggling from being slow and not being able to take advantage of his strength and his power, because he ain't got no speed. And eventually you can't just bully guys in the heavyweight division. Like, he bullied a lot of guys, beat a lot of guys because he was bigger than them and stronger than them, and just kept wearing them down, wearing on them and stuff. But when you fight tougher guys, you fight guys that's not going back down, guys with some hand speed and some foot speed, it kind of exposed him a little bit, man. And now he's lost 3 of his last 4 fights, 38 years old. It's probably time for him to get that up, man. Time for him to go do something else now, KQ. You know what I mean? And the last thing I'll say, the last thing I'll say about it is this: when you stay an amateur for a long time, maybe we all missed on him because that should have been a red flag for us, because he stayed amateur till he was in his mid-30s, man. He was fighting in the Olympics in at 32, 33 years old. Yeah, 32, 33 years old. So that should have been maybe a little bit of a red flag because he lost in the Olympics at 32, 33 years old. Why are you still an amateur?
Right.
You know, if you really gonna be good, if you was really one of them ones, you would think that you would have been able to turn pro a lot sooner than 30 something years old. So maybe that should have been a red flag. But I think Joe Joyce, he damaged goods at this point, man. I like, if you can't beat, and this is no disrespect to Derek Chisora, but if you struggling and you losing to Derek Chisora, like it's time for you. It's time for you to do something else, man. Because or you can just be a journeyman like Chisora. If you're okay losing like Chisora and getting fed to younger, faster guys and shit like that, then cool. You know what I mean? Keep fighting if that's what you're gonna do. If you still got a fighting spirit, but as far as him like being a world champion, being able to contend at the top, that shit over with. That shit is done. He might as well get that up, man.
Yeah. It's just a little bit too late for him, and that's one of the reasons what you just said. He was stayed an amateur just too long, and he never got a chance to get that pro experience. And I hold Frank Warren, like Bruce Gass said in the chat. I hold Frank Warren responsible also. You know, you should have brought in some people to help this man out. You know, I don't know. I don't know what else could he done. You know,
I mean, I ain't gonna hold Frank Warren responsible. I would just say, OG, sometimes people just ain't good enough. You know, everybody ain't gonna make it. That's the part about sports that we love, and that's why we watch them, right? Because eventually, if you great, the cream gonna rise to the top. We'll be able to find out when it's all said and done. You know what's gonna happen. Like I'm not even a fan of the guy I'm about to say, but like Terrence Crawford, you know I'm not a fan of his. You know my feelings about him as a boxing fan. But eventually, after all that talking, after all of the back and forth for years, and he ducking, no he ducking me, or I'm the best in the welterweight division. No, I'm the best in the welterweight division. Eventually, it all got settled in the ring, and we all saw what happened. So that's the same with Joe Joyce. Like, eventually, bro, you either gonna get your world title shot because they can't deny you and you're gonna win, or you're gonna end up getting exposed. And unfortunately for him, he got exposed a few times, and now he's on the outside looking in. You know, I do think this, and I'll end it with this. I think that fight was good enough to where Joe Joyce ain't going nowhere, Derek Chisora ain't going nowhere. Run that shit back. It was fun to watch. So run that shit back. Let them do a rematch. Let the two old men get in there and do it again. Shit.
Yeah.
Why not? What else they got to do? They ain't gonna get no title shot.
Right.
They can't beat Usyk. They can't beat Fury. You know, they need to stay away from guys like Anthony Joshua. All the young dudes beat them up. So let them just fight each other and get another paycheck, man. Put them in a rematch on the under. You know what's perfect for him, OG? Put them in a rematch and put them on the Usyk and Fury undercard when Usyk and Fury fight again.
Okay.
There you go.
I thought you were gonna say Anthony Joshua and Dubois. They coming up real soon.
That so. throw them on that one too, but I don't know if they can be ready soon enough. I think Usyk and Fury is later in the year, but just put them as part of them cards that they doing now, where they got a bunch of heavyweights and shit. Put them on one of them and let them be the co-man, and let them be, one of the first couple fights on the undercard. It'll be entertaining as hell. It'll get the crowd going.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Cause they like Shakur. He's a warrior, he's a brawler, and he's one of those win at any cost. He doesn't do anything great, but he does everything kind of good. All right, that's how I look at it. So but it was fun to watch yesterday, and the knockdown, man, I didn't see that coming. But he got the knockdown at the late hour, so hey, kudos to him. So, but okay, what else you got?
So another thing, before we start getting into some main topics, Manny Pacquiao had an exhibition last night. Did you know that?
Really? No, I
Yeah,
didn't
he
know
had an
that.
exhibition last night, and they were finalizing a fight for him to fight Mario Barrios. He was about to. He's supposed to get a title shot against Mario Barrios, and he was fighting a tall Japanese kickboxer to help him get ready for the fight. It's supposed to be a 3-round exhibition, and the calls for Manny Pacquiao to retire are getting louder and louder and louder because OG, he looked like absolute trash.
Wow.
He
Man.
looked he was taking shots to the body. He looked like he was falling over his front feet. He looked like such a shell of himself. And part of me hates to see it because I remember how great Manny Pacquiao was.
Right.
But the other part of me is like, bro, he didn't have no shot. He didn't have he didn't have any business getting a title shot anyway. Why were they were about to give him a title shot against Barrios, man?
Wow.
And this might have messed it up because now, if you're a fight fan, man, you should not want to see Barrios and Pacquiao. OG, Barrios would destroy Manny Pacquiao. He'd have his wife in the stands crying again, bro. Crying again. I'm talking about he couldn't. The dude kept doing. The dude kept just hitting him in the body with a jab, making him reset. And it's a kickboxer now.
Wow.
This ain't even a boxer, and it was a 3-round exhibition, and everyone is like, "Yo, this dude need to retire. This guy needs to be done." Because he just looks so bad in his exhibition. So I think that's something that we need to talk about because he ain't fast no more. He's not quick. All of the shit that you used to see from Manny Pacquiao. That is gone. Like he ain't got none of that anymore. The fact that he was in an exhibition and nobody cared should tell you a lot. But the fact that he was in an exhibition and looked trash, and like like OG, he legit lucky. It was only 3 rounds.
That's what I'm about to say.
Because if it would have went any further than that, it could have got spooky in there, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man.
So
what channel was that on?
Man, I don't know. I just seen the highlights this morning because I didn't watch. I didn't even know you were fighting, bro. So what they did was he fighting the exhibition, and then yesterday, right before the exhibition started, news came out. It was on ESPN. It said Mario Barrios and Manny Pacquiao are finalizing a deal for Pacquiao to face Mario Barrios for his welterweight title. I'm like, what the fuck? And so I searched Manny Pacquiao. And I saw, oh, he got an exhibition today. Okay. And he fighting a tall orthodox fighter. Like Barrios is a tall orthodox fighter. I'm like, oh, he trying to get ready for Barrios. He trying to test the waters or whatever. So I went on by my day, watched the real boxing or whatever. I wasn't checking for no exhibition match with Manny Pacquiao. And I wake up this morning, I see the highlights. Boy, he was getting thrashed. Pacquiao was getting thrashed on. I said, bro, that boy don't need to get in that ring with Barrios, dog. That young boy hurt Manny Pacquiao, man. That young boy hurt Manny Pacquiao whole country crying, man. You need to leave that shit alone, dog. Man. But yeah, what I know you didn't get to see it. You didn't even know you were fighting, but man, are you looking forward to seeing Manny Pacquiao in a real fight again, man?
No, I'm not. Because I noticed that the last fight, I don't know, was it the Thurman fight or what?
No, Ugas. You talking about the Ugas fight?
Ugas fight.
Last time in a real fight, Ugas, yeah.
Right. And you can see what you're saying right now coming in that fight. You can see him missing his mark. You normally seeing Manny Pacquiao sharp, hitting his angles, throwing it straight left, going down through the body, even shoe shine from the left and right level. I mean, but that was slow, and that was barely getting there when he fought you guys. So I knew that as time go by, that was going to disappear. And the foot movement wasn't there anymore. It's just that when we age, things just don't work like it used to.
Facts.
That's all. I mean, it's no knock on Manny. It's just that sometimes, you gotta know when to hang it up.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. 100% true. I can't help but think how lucky he is that he fought Ugas that night instead of Earl Spence. And if Earl Spence didn't get hurt, oh my God.
Oh wow.
Oh my God. And when he fought Ugas, because Ugas had to replace Earl, As
Right.
when I read this story and I heard this story, I said, "Boy, that Manny is blessed that he got Ugas that night and not Earl Spence in 2021. That shit would have been all bad real quick, man. Like that, he
Yeah.
would have beat Manny to a pulp even worse than Ugas did. Because you saw what Earl did to Ugas,
Right.
so you can't. And that was a year later. So it would have been a younger Earl in the ring against Manny. That would have been tragic. So. But salute to Manny, obviously a division champion, Hall of Fame, an all-time great fighter. But it's time for him. It's time for him to hang them gloves up, man. Unless he want to just get put on the poster again, he need to leave that shit alone. He gonna be some young dude highlight tape, man. You don't want to remember Manny Pacquiao losing to Mario Barrios, dog. Like that you don't want that to be the last memory, bro. You need to just ride off into the sunset, man.
It took him a while to get over that Marquez knockout, you know?
Yeah, bro. We don't want to see you like that again, man. We don't want to see you like that again. Freddie Roach in the corner and shit. Freddie want that fight because Freddie want a little percentage and shit. Freddie ain't hardly got no fighters no more. So he trying to get a little percentage, man. Y'all stop sacrificing Manny like that, man. Let Manny go do his thing. He's super rich over there in the Philippines, man.
Oh yeah.
Super
You know what?
rich.
Yeah, as you mentioned Freddie Roach and how he doesn't have a lot of fighters anymore. Do you remember his assistant Marvin?
Nah.
Manny Pacquiao brought him in because he wanted a Filipino speaking.
Oh yeah, I didn't know the guy's name, but I remember seeing him in the corner. Yeah,
right. He's short.
yeah.
Right. Well, he got a lot of the Freddie Roach fighters now.
Oh, he took him.
Yeah, man.
He took all Freddie's shit. Damn, that's tough.
He got it good. He learned a lot from Freddie, and now he got his own little stable of fighters now.
Okay.
So,
Well, we're gonna watch out. We're gonna watch out for him, see if he can do anything with him. But let's keep it going, man. So something else that I want to talk about as we cover the hottest topics in boxing, man. We gotta talk about Canelo Alvarez. I got too many things I want to bring up about him. First, Canelo Alvarez versus Edgar Berlanga, man. You ready? You ready for the big fight of the century, man? What you think of him out of all the picks, man? What do you think of Canelo Alvarez choosing Edgar Berlanga, man?
Well, like I said to the last time, I told the chat, he picked the weakest link. I would say that's just my opinion. Of course, for Independence Day, of course he's a Puerto Rican, and of course Canelo is a Mexican, but that doesn't matter. But I think he picked the wrong one, of course. Now, Jamal, much as I like the Charlos, he just wasn't ready for a fight with Canelo unless you just want to grab a bag. But, you got David Benavidez right there. You got David Morrell right there. If you want to go out with a bang in your career, you want to have the highlight of your career, because let's think about it. What was his highlight in his whole career as of today? You have to think about that. Now, of course,
losing to Floyd, I guess.
Yeah, that one.
That's right. The most. You know what I'm saying? That's the most talked about. Most people really remember. Like, yo, this Floyd schooled this dude. Like, that's really it, bro.
Exactly. So now see Canelo. Now he picked Edgar Berlanga. He's strong, but he just don't have no fundamentals or skill set, and Canelo knows that. Canelo's not dumb. Canelo is actually smart, and he knows what a grab, a easy bag is, and that's what he did. He picked out the weakest link, and the weakest link was Edgar Berlanga. Now he think he's all that, and plus I see right now how this fight is going. But Edgar Berlanga is giving him too much respect. Oh, Canelo, he's really a nice guy, right? Who say that? You getting ready to fight somebody like that,
Yeah, that's what That's what Canelo looked for. Jaime Munguia was real respectful and shit. Like, he looked for guys that's really gonna show him that admiration. Those are the guys that he fights, the ones that really want to fight him, that talk shit to him, that really like go at him and like really gonna be there to whoop his ass. He don't be too keen on those fights, man. That's why he said he chose Munguia because Munguia was respectful. And so Edgar Berlanga is like, yeah, I'm gonna be respectful too. Like, bro, you already lost.
Right.
You done already lost the fight. Like, you got no shot, bro. You already wasn't good enough from a skill perspective. Your only thing that you could have leaned on was you got heart, you a dog, you come in the fight, you gonna try to whoop him, and you just gonna out-hard him, out-will him, and you gonna take some to give some, and you trying to get something through, and hopefully that's enough to get the victory. You know what I mean? Like that would be your only shot if you in Edgar Berlanga's if you in his position. But for him to be like, cause I didn't even see what you talking about, but I know you ain't no liar. I know you telling the truth. I didn't even see him say that. But for you to already be like, he just happy to get the bag, OG. He ain't coming to win. He ain't chasing no legacy. He ain't trying to be a unified champion. He excited. Like, he picked me. I'm finna get this $8 to $10 million. Buy me a few chains. I'm finna retire. I don't have to do shit else. I am good. Like, that's what he seemed like, bro. Like, you're not finna win. And Canelo about to come in there and whoop your ass.
Right.
Canelo about to come in there and lit. He gonna be, you know how Canelo, when Canelo know he got an easy mark, get to walking to him and shit with his hands down. Get to walking on him and shit, countering him and shit, telling them to come on, boy, you about to get schooled. They using your ass for, what'd you say, Mexican Independence Day, OG?
Right.
Yeah. They use your ass for a celebration so they can have some barbacoa, some burrito tacos, some cervezas. Boy, they about to celebrate on your ass. What the fuck? Yeah. What you talking about, man?
And Canelo, you know, he got caught, and I hate to call people liars, but he lied. He said he won't want to fight a Mexican. Well, he fight Jaime Miguel.
Yeah.
Same way, and I look at Terrence Crawford. I remember when Terrence Crawford said that he would not fight Earl Spence or rematch him unless it's at 147. Well, Earl Spence said he can't make 147. It got to be at 154. Then here comes Terrence doing an interview last week and said, well, it was really hard for me to make 147, harder than Earl. Well, then why you wanted to fight at 147 then? Oh, you was bluffing or you was lying. Which one was it? You see, you know what I mean? So this is Canelo. Canelo's the same way. See, one thing about it, a liar got to have a good memory. When you start selling untruths, you got to have a good memory. And that's what is going on now with Canelo Alvarez. Now he's fighting a Puerto Rican and for Independence Day, and Edgar Berlanga, he don't care. Use him. He just gonna get that life-changing money. That's all.
Yeah, 100%. You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong at all. And so to continue that, another thing that that went on with Canelo Alvarez, Turkey then spoke out. Turkey said he is gonna eat Canelo alive, and I'm paraphrasing. He said he gonna eat Canelo, and he's talking about because Turkey is sponsoring a UFC event the same night. So Turkey has a UFC card the same night as the Canelo Alvarez card. What do you think about the savior of boxing? Because that's what a lot of fans, they love him some Turkey, right? They call Turkey the savior of boxing. He's coming to save the sport. He loved boxing so much. What do you think of Turkey directly trying to compete with boxing, but he's supposed to be the savior of boxing at the same time? What do you think of the ramifications of Turkey putting on a UFC card the same night that Canelo Alvarez is fighting to try to compete with Canelo Alvarez and openly letting it be known that he wants to take views from him? They're fighting in the same city, OG, so he's trying to take ticket sales from him because the UFC event is at the Sphere in Las Vegas and Canelo's event is at the MGM Grand. So he's really trying to put in the fighter is that pink hair, rainbow hair kid. I don't really follow MMA. The Sean O'Malley, the one that was calling out Tank and Ryan Garcia. Right. It's gonna be his card. He the main event on that card. So what do you think of that whole situation right there where you got Turkey supposed to be putting all this money into boxing, supposed to be the savior of boxing, supposed to love boxing so much, but now he's trying to directly compete with one of boxing's biggest stars by putting on the event in the rival sport of boxing, which is MMA. He putting on the whole event over there while he's supposed to be this dude that's supposed to come save all this boxing at the same time. What do you think of that, man?
Well, I feel two ways about that. You know, um, see, yes, he can get fights made that we've been wanting to see, and then the other promoters that don't want to put up the money. He got the money to put up the fights and make the fights. But see, this is the problem that I have. I think a fighter should earn it. I think a fighter should do as Tank Davis has done. All right, go out there and perform. Earn the respect of the fans. Earn the seats of the fans by putting on a great performance. Go out there and earn your money. Don't be giving your money. And like everyone said, people that goes on a Turkey, that's why they can't sell over here. So therefore, they go over there to grab that easy bag, even though they couldn't do it on their own. You see, it's like you helping them, but they need to help themselves. See, that's the problem I have. I have a problem with that. You know, earn the fans' respect. All right, earn that fan respect. I'm quite sure when Tank started fighting, he didn't have no big crowd, no big following, but he had to prove himself first. He had to prove that he can put asses in the seats. He can prove that he's that guy. But Turki Alalshikh said, you know what? Forget all that. I got the bag. I got the golden ticket. Here you go. All right, let's see the fight. Like Terrence Crawford. He said, listen, I want to see Jerron Ennis and Terrence Crawford. And Terrence Crawford said, man, he just want to fight for a payday, for he can have long-lasting money. Okay. Well, Turkey said, okay, well, I got it right here. Come on, get it. But, of course, he wants Canelo. You know, so, I mean, so that's how I feel about both guys. Now, of course, Dana White is okay with it. Dana White, I definitely know he's okay with the MMA. Turkey
because it's his company.
Right?
Yeah, it's his company. Yeah, it's a UFC card. Shit, it's his fighters, and he ain't got to put no money up. He can just sit back and chill.
Exactly. You know, so so Turkey, he's trying to get involved, and I like it. I like his interest. I like how he liked the heavyweight division. And you know what? The more the merrier for boxing. All right. Yeah. I will say that. The more the merrier for boxing. Because boxing is coming back slowly but surely. It's coming back. We had 2 great years so far, and we got more to come. So, you know, hey, look, shout out to Turkey. You know, at least he's doing something. And maybe he can set an example for the other promoters. Maybe he can set an example, you know, look, you can find the money. All right. The money is there. You just got to find it. All right. You know, so, I mean, and more events could get put on. I mean, you know, Turkey on their neck. He is on their neck, you know, and I don't blame him. You know, he is on their neck because, you know, you got 2 Mohegans left, and they will be out the door pretty soon. No offense. We talking about Don King and Bob Arum. Those only the 2 Mohegans left, right? Now you got the old new school promoters. Well, he on their necks right now, and I don't blame him. You know,
I think that so it's kind of two parts for me. Number one, I ain't got no problem with Turkey throwing a bunch of money into boxing, giving us the fights that we want to see, making promoters work together. No problem with, like, I love that shit. I love that he changed his business model. You know, he was first making everybody have to go to Saudi Arabia and shit. Right. That was my biggest complaint. I like that he's having the stars fight where they from, right? So Terrence Crawford, as much as I'm not a fan, his fans do deserve to watch him fight in America. He's earned that right. He shouldn't have to go all the way across the world to have a big fight and have a big fight card. He's earned the right to have a big fight and a big fight card right here in America. So I like that he's coming to America and pouring money into American boxing. It's just like Monster Inoue, OG. Like, Monster Inoue has done the hard work, like you were talking about with Tank Davis earlier, to where Monster Inoue shouldn't have to entertain fighting anywhere but Japan. Like, if you want to fight him, you got to go to Japan because he can put 60,000 people in an arena in Japan. So unless you can do that shit somewhere else, he deserved to fight in his home country because he earned that right. It's not his fault that he's a bigger star than you, right? So that's that part I like. The only part that I want people to understand is the people, OG, that say, oh, Turkey just love boxing. He loved the sport so much. He's just a fan. He only wants to bring the sport forward. He's doing this for us. He's doing this for the fans. No, he wants power and money. And he's trying to get bread, bro. He's trying to take over the sport, bro. Which is okay. Competition makes other people either they gonna submit to him. Like Queensberry got a partnership with him. Top Rank got a partnership with him. Golden Boy got a partnership with him. Matchroom got a partnership with him. They either gonna submit, which is great for us because all of them gonna have to work together to give us fights, or they gonna compete like what PBC is trying to do, which is also great for us because they gonna have to up their game and they gonna have to give us fights. Either way, we get the fights. I don't give a fuck, so I'm cool with that. But what I want people to understand is, bro, this is about money and power. This ain't about him loving boxing and all that shit because he's competing with boxing right now for Canelo because it's in his interest. He like, yo, fuck boxing for a minute. I got my money in his UFC card. So we about to eat Canelo alive. I'm about to outsell him. I want my event in the same city as his. I'm trying to make sure people come to my shit instead of his shit. It's competition. It's cool. It's no problem. Maybe this will make Canelo Alvarez, you know what I'm saying, fight somebody better next time. So that way, if somebody trying to compete with his card, won't nobody give a damn because he fighting somebody that's worth a damn. So it is what it is, bro. Like I just want people, the fans that get brainwashed because somebody come and throw a bunch of money at something and they stop thinking, or even the fighters and the promoters that get brainwashed, like, yo, Turkey love us. He throwing money at everything. No, he's throwing money at the shit to get power over y'all, to try to get y'all all to come under one thing with him so he can run everything. As long as you understand that, then I'm cool. But when you start saying shit like, oh, he just love boxing, he's in it for the fans and shit. No, he's not, bro. He's in it for money. like every rich person before him, dog. Like rich people don't get rich because they thinking about you.
Right, yeah.
People don't get rich because they worried about what's good for you. They get rich because they worried about what's good for themselves. Come on, bro. Everybody needs to wake up and understand what's going on here. So, but giving us the fights, putting money into the sport, I'm all for it, bro. We got a great card this week because him, that Terrence Crawford Madrimov card, that shit is fire, bro. I can't wait to watch the card. But don't tell me that he's the savior of boxing. He loves the sport and shit. And I'm watching the man say, fuck boxing. I need MMA to do good this week. Like, nah, bro. He want his money. He want his money. And he letting y'all know he talking shit. So he gonna eat Canelo alive. He's starting to charge for pay-per-views. He putting fights on in fighters' home country so he can do better live gates and have better ticket sales. Like, what y'all think he doing this shit for y'all? You think he charging you pay-per-view for you? If that was the case, he'd give it to you for free.
Exactly.
He'd give it to you for free. If he loved boxing, he wouldn't be, if he loved boxing so much, he wouldn't be in UFC too. He just put all his money in boxing. But no, he got money over there in the MMA too, because he's trying to take over all the combat sports, man. Y'all better go do some research on what Saudi Arabia did in the game of golf. Everybody go do some research on Saudi Arabia and what they did with the PGA when they created Live Golf, right? Go look that shit up, and then you'll understand what his plan is and what they're trying to do, bro. They're trying to take over the sport. They're trying to take over the sport. This shit ain't got nothing to do about loving boxing or loving fight fans and shit. They just telling you that shit to get you on their side. He is like every promoter before him, except for he got deep ass pockets and he can throw a lot of money around that maybe other promoters aren't able to do, man. That's it. That's all, bro. That's what I want people to understand. Just wake up, man. That's all. Just wake up, bro. But go ahead, OG. You got anything else on that? Because it's something else he said that I wanted to talk to you about.
Y'all hit the like button too. If y'all haven't hit the like button yet, I appreciate it. You know, you hit it right on the head, though. You hit it right on the head. Like I said, once earlier, you know, yes, I love it. You know, he got his foot on their neck to make him do this and that. But you also touched on something, and Barbara D, she agreed with you, as you can see. Yes, he's in it for himself, and he's trying to bring that entertainment back over to Saudi. They are trying to revise that whole area of Dubai. You know, they already got the so-called rich and famous shopping over there and all that, and it's very expensive to go over there. I mean, so it's supposed to be the rich playland, and of course they trying to build up, and they got the money, they got the resources, you know, the oil money, and so.
And then once I get control of everything, guess what? You fight where I tell you to fight. You don't fight at all. What are y'all talking about? Like once I give you a few cards in America while I'm taking this shit over, but once I get it taken over, once I buy this company, once I buy that company, once I get everybody together, you gonna fight where I tell you to fight.
Exactly.
And guess what? My crown prince said he want to watch Devontae Tank Davis. So now I own all these companies. Tank Davis, you gonna fight over here, or you ain't gonna fight at all? What you gonna do? Because my prince want to watch you fight. Like, bro, y'all better wake up, man. Y'all better wake up, dog.
And of course, you know the attitudes they have over there. It's like a dictatorship, you know. So you know how it goes over there, you know.
Yeah, man.
You know, so but go ahead, Knockout. You said you had something else.
Yeah, all right. So he also said this, which is more evidence of what we're talking about, right? They asked him about Canelo and Crawford. He says, he lets it be known. You know, he said he gonna make somebody an offer. That shit, he gonna do that shit. But he said, I'll give Canelo what I think is a fair price. If he accepts it, he deals directly with me to finish the deal. I don't want anyone in the middle. I guarantee Crawford a big fight. I want Canelo for Crawford, and Crawford wants Canelo. But if Canelo is crazy asking for too much money, I will still guarantee Crawford any fight he wants. What do you think of that? What do you think of that statement, man? Cause it's so many things to talk about in that statement. But what do you think of what Turkey said right there, man, about Canelo Alvarez and Bud Crawford, and that's what he want next if they both get past their next opponent?
Wow, that put a lot of pressure. First of all, on Canelo, because Canelo, you know, he want that that bag. Terrence want that bag. But Canelo knows what he's facing with Bud Crawford, and also Bud Crawford found him a new friend. You know, he got him a new friend because evidently Turkey is backing him all the way. He bagging him this Saturday coming up. This is Riyadh season, as they call it. Same way it was yesterday, Riyadh season. So Turkey is trying to make his move. And like Bruce Gas said, you know, a lot of people saw this a mile away. They saw this coming a long time ago when it first started getting involved. When everyone, and Tank hit him right on the head also.
Yeah, he said that. He said he think he could just throw money around. I don't need you to make money. Like some people don't like that shit because it makes you it make it seem like you think people are subservient to you and shit. And I'm gonna get to that in a minute, but people think it's about him competing with Canelo. I think really it's a PBC thing going on, bro. But I'll get to it. Go ahead, though, OG.
Yeah. But Canelo, you know, I don't know if he's gonna be around that long, but long as Turkey's paying and flipping the bill, he'll stay long as he want to now, you know. But like you say, you know, Turkey got the resources and now he's spreading it around. Slowly but surely, he's spreading it around. Look at Andre Ward. He's coming out of retirement. And I guarantee you, him and Turkey gonna get together if they haven't already.
Yeah, 100%. So what I think is, number one, he said he's gonna give Canelo a fair price. That just goes back to what we were talking about. He ain't just trying to throw money away. He trying to make money. That's why not just give him what he want? Why it got to be a fair price? Because you want to be able to make some money. Like people need to understand what that means. And then I think the main thing is him wanting to deal with Canelo directly. He doesn't want anyone in the middle. I think that's a direct shot at Premier Boxing Champions and Al Heyman because they're the only people that are trying to compete with him. They're taking the stance of, yeah, we'll do business with you. We'll send our fighters over there for the Terrence Crawford card, the Madrimov card, and all of that stuff. We'll do all of that, but we're not gonna sell our company to you or let you get in a partnership with us. And I think really it's less about Canelo for him having that UFC card on the same day, and it's more about him trying to compete with Premier Boxing Champions because he doesn't like the fact that they're the only company that's not bending their knee to him. They're doing more of a, yeah, if you give us the right money, you give us the right fee, we'll send Pitbull over there for you. We'll send Rayo over there for you. We were going to send Tim Zoo over there, but he had to cut. Shit, we'll send David Morrell over there for you. We'll help you, but we're going to do business the right way. And I think because I know how rich people think. Turkey think he can just throw his money around and shit. And he got Terrence Crawford, OG, right? But what he doesn't like is the fact that if he can't get Canelo for Crawford. So, and you know how Canelo pride is, right? Canelo's not gonna like you trying to compete with him on September 14th. He's not gonna like that shit. So he could you could already have rubbed him the wrong way, and he might not want to fuck with you at all, unless he might come up with, yeah, give me 100 million guaranteed, I'll fight him or some shit. So so that's one thing, right? The second part about it though, what I was getting to is if he can't get Canelo for Crawford, think of every big fight at 154 pounds. Guess who Turkey gonna have to talk to for Crawford? Guess who he gonna have to come back to for every big fight? If he want to get Crawford Jamel Charlo, if he want to get Crawford the Earl Spence rematch, if he want to get Crawford the Sebastian Fundora fight, if he want to get any of them fights, guess what? Guess who got all them fighters for him? He gonna have to go right back over there to Premier Boxing Champions. So
BBC.
I think the issue is he doesn't like the fact that he couldn't just get a partnership with them too. You know what I mean? Like he couldn't just buy them up too. That they actually are just trying to operate and they're trying to do business as an equal, while everyone else is just like, yeah, come take over my company. I'll sign a partnership. I'll let you throw Riyadh season on my banner if you sponsor a few events. I'll do this. Like it's just, it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. Why is it okay for PBC to bully, but Turkey? I don't know what you mean. I don't call it bullying. I think they all competing. I don't know what you mean by that, but it is what it is, bro. Do your thing. So, I think that's what's going on. I think it's a power struggle. And I think Turkey is trying to gain power in boxing. And to be honest, I think Premier Boxing Champions is the last one left. It's like, nah, bro, we gonna do our thing, and we ain't scared. We ain't scared to compete with you. You know what I mean? If you beat us, you beat us. If you do whatever, you do whatever. But we ain't finna just bow down because you got some money or whatever. We're gonna do our own thing over here. And as long as they got Canelo, as long as they got Tank Davis, they'll be just fine. They'll be just fine over there, and they got a big stable of fighters. So we'll see how this shit all play out. Me personally, OG, as long as I'm getting the fights, I don't care. You know, who put them on or where they at or what platform they on. But it's clear to me that by having a card on the same night, by trying to say things like I don't want to deal with anybody but Canelo, I don't want any middleman or anything like that, he's letting it be known he don't like the fact that he's been having to deal with PBC. Like he don't like the fact that they sent their fighters over to him and they own the card and they got a lot of fighters on this card, but they ain't Riyadh season and they ain't got no partnership with him. The man want a bunch of power, bro. That's it. He want a bunch of power. And the one company that he and people call it a coincidence, right? But I don't believe in coincidences. And I'll land the plane here, KQ. The one company that he's not signed to or that don't have a partnership with him, that's the one company that he got an MMA fight card on the same night as. Everybody else, he ain't do that too. He didn't put the MMA card on a Matchroom card. He didn't put the MMA card on a Top Rank card or a Golden Boy card. The only people card where he got a UFC event at the same time is a PBC card. Come on, man. If you know what you're looking at, man, let's not be stupid. We should see what's going on here. It's a competition. They compete. You know what I mean? Exactly. And we'll see how that shit go. But I'm here for it because it's gonna make Turkey step his game up and keep giving us great fights, and it's gonna make PBC have to step their game up and keep giving us great fights if they want to compete. So we'll see how that shit go, man. But I'm excited for boxing because I'm not one of these people, OG, that's scared of competition. I ain't scared of other content creators going live at the same time as me. I'm not scared of other people talking about the same topics I'm talking about or anything like that. Competition is cool. I'm with it. I believe in myself. So if I see other people competing, I'm all for that shit, man. Compete. Let's see who can get down. Let's see who can give us what we want. As long as we getting what we want, I don't give a damn. So that's my stance on it, man. You got anything else on what Turkey said about Canelo?
Well, yeah, like you just said, that's your stance on it. It kind of remind me of when Golden Boy and PBC came into the picture, and people left Golden Boy, went over to PBC because they were giving them better fights or better pay, and so everybody started coming over, and Al Heyman, they said, was pretty much monopolizing the boxing community, whatever, and which they lost. But still in all, I mean, it's kind of the same, but it's not the same. you know. So Al Haymon wasn't trying to take over the whole boxing. He wasn't trying to be a dictatorship of the whole boxing community, you know. So yeah, we see it coming, and now only thing about it is PBC is giving them a run for their money also, you know. So and they have a large stable. And I know Turki Alalshikh is trying to get his hands on a lot of those fighters over there at PBC. And a lot of those fighters over there, a lot of them, I get it. They're not happy. They're not fighting like they want to fight. But that what happens when you have a big stable like that, you know. So you got to find fights for the guys, you know.
Yeah.
But you
Yeah.
know, so but I do understand. But you know, you hit it right on the head. You know, Turki want to be that man. He want to be that man in MMA. He want to be that man in boxing. You
Yeah.
know, so
And some people are gonna love it because they you know
right,
they gonna bend their knee to it, and some people gonna compete.
right.
And I ain't got no problem. I ain't got no problem with nobody choosing to do it. If Top Rank is choosing to and Golden Boy and all, they letting him have a partnership and sponsor events, and it's gonna give us more boxing and better fights. Cool.
Yeah,
If
right.
PBC is choosing to say, nah, we good, bro, we gonna do our thing, and that makes them give us better fights and try to go do cross-platform shit, then hey
Right.
man, I'm cool with that too. Just give me the fight.
Mm-hmm.
Just give me the fight and I'm good, man. So we'll see how this all play out. But you know, if you holding a gun to my head or holding my feet to the fire, I prefer the way that Al Haymon is responding to Turki's presence than I do everybody else being subservient to him and just going along to get along. I much more prefer
Right.
the guy that want to compete, the guy that want to stand on his own 2 feet. I like that, man.
Yeah.
I like all that. So we'll see how that shit go, man.
Yeah.
How that
So
shit go.
all right. All right.
So let's talk about Clarissa for a minute, man. Before we get to some more topics, man. Clarissa, what Drink say? PBC gonna get down and lay down. Only fighter that's safe is Tank. We'll see, bro. I don't necessarily agree or disagree. We'll see what happened. I just know, you know, Al Haymon took on Top Rank and Golden Boy at the same time, and he came out just fine. And so far with Turki's presence or whatever, with his presence in 2023, PBC had the best year in boxing. So far with his presence in 2024, they're having a pretty good year. They're having a pretty good year too. So I mean, I hear you, bro. You know what I mean? But we'll see. We'll see. As long as we get the fights, I don't give a damn. I don't care where Tank at. As long as Tank is fighting who the fuck I want him to fight, I don't care, bro. But Clarissa Shields, man, she got a stoppage. You know what I mean? She knocked out the girl. She's a heavyweight women's champion of the world. What did you think of Clarissa's performance with that demolition job she did in the second round, man?
You know, I was expecting a little bit more out of her opponent, O'Hannes, because I saw the weigh in. I saw how big them guns she had was, and I thought that she was gonna give Clarissa a little trouble. I'm not saying that she was gonna lose Clarissa, but I just thought she wasn't totally focused because she's more focused on Amanda Serrano than that fight. But then again, of course, she came in there and she did what she had to do. Now, she wasn't scared of the young lady, but what she was doing is being cautious, very cautious, you know, and because she is a big young lady. You know, if you look at her calves, she got the Manny Pacquiao calves, real big, and she's a big heavyweight. And so Clarissa Shields, she bought her time, and skill paid the bills. And we saw that last night. Clarissa Shields has a better jab. Clarissa Shields know how to move her head once she got against the rope. She couldn't touch her. Then Clarissa came back with the shoe shine to the head and caught her off balance. She went down the first time. Then again, Clarissa came back and then put the pressure on her once again. Now, I didn't expect that from Clarissa. I thought she wasn't totally focused. And the reason why is, like I said, Amanda Serrano, right? Because, see, a lot of people didn't know this until it came out that Amanda Serrano is the highest paid female boxer. You know, and Clarissa had a problem with that. No one wasn't saying anything, but she just burst out. Well, I bought my mama a house. I bought my mama this. I got 2 cars. I got jewelry. I got this, So she's kind of like, she got to have a little more thicker skin than she has. They call Serrano the Gloat. All right, after her performance last week. I mean, she put on a great performance. Now, Serrano said, "No, I don't call myself that, but thank you anyway." But that's all she said.
Yeah.
Clarissa, of course, here come that thin skin. All right, she pretty much like, you trying to steal my likeness? You trying to steal? She did the right thing. She didn't respond. She kept it professional and she kept it moving, promoting her children. So that's that's how you're supposed to do it. But Clarissa, she got to calm down a little bit. But I thought she wasn't totally focused, but she was. And so she did a good thing. But I'm just not sold on that fighter last night.
Yeah, that division is trash. OG. That women's division is trash. I want Clarissa to get to the super middleweight division. And fight girl. I think the super middleweight division be better. She can go for her third undisputed. She got the undisputed super weight title, got the undisputed middleweight title. She's not unified. She got a heavyweight title on the line at the same time. So she's got a lot of divisions that she's a champion in. I want to see her go compete at super middleweight, get them belts, and see what she can do in that division. Because the division that she was just in, if that girl's a champion, my God, bro, like I can only imagine the other fighters in that division. And she didn't look like she was in great shape. Like she looked so slow and out of shape, and no disrespect to Clarissa, but her punches shouldn't affect you like that. Like she don't hit hard like that, bro. So it was a great performance by her. She did what she was supposed to do. We all expected her to win. I expected her to win by decision. The knockout is a huge surprise. I mean, when you got 2 knockouts in 14 fights, no one expects you to get a stop, especially moving up in weight. But she put on a great performance, and the girl had nothing for her. Hands was faster, defense was better. She was swinging and missing, and Clarissa was countering her all night long. And one thing I will say about Clarissa is she a dog. She'll stand in there and she'll fight with you, whether she got power or not. She gonna make sure you feel them things, and she ain't gonna back down from your ass. Just ask Savannah Marshall how Clarissa Shields did it. I think that was her best performance. I love that fight. But so great performance for her. As far as everything you said out the ring, I couldn't agree more, man. I think that I don't know if the word is vendetta. I don't know if the word is standing on for women's boxing. I don't know what it is, but things that people say about her and things that people don't say about her get under her skin. So it's like the stuff that you said about the goat stuff, the quote stuff, and all of that stuff. You're 100% spot on. But to take it a step further, she has thin skin when she's not included in conversations that ain't got nothing to do with her. Like somebody will put a list up about undisputed fighters, and you'll see they talking about men's boxing, and they'll have the men's boxers up there, and she'll be, don't forget about the quote. Don't forget about me too. Like no one's talking about you. It's a completely different story. No one's like, you don't see when they put up the all-time leading scorers and shit, and they put LeBron James up there and Michael Jordan and all that. You don't see Lisa Leslie like, don't forget about me. Don't like what you talk like. You don't see her doing that shit, bro. You don't see that in no other sport. When they put up the men's tennis titles and they got Pete Sampras and Andre Agassi and all these men's tennis players, you don't see Serena Williams like, yo, don't forget about Serena. Don't forget to throw Serena up there. Like, what are you doing? Like, ain't nobody talking about you, bro. Like, so she like that. And maybe it's I should call them the thin skin crew, because that whole crew, she rock heavy with Bud Crawford. She rock heavy.
I said that last night.
She rock heavy with Shakur Stevenson. Like, maybe it's that whole crew. Like, they just the thin skin crew, just a bunch of great fucking fighters that just can't stand if anybody say anything about them. Like, it just, bro, it's crazy. The thin skin crew, that's their name, but that's what we calling their ass from now on. The thin skin crew be bullshitting, bro, and she be bullshitting with that. But great
I said
phenomenal
that
fighter.
last
She's
night.
my pound for pound. I
Well,
can't believe great minds think alike, man. Great minds think alike. But she
I said
rocking
she
heavy.
got her
She rocking
female
heavy with them
Terence
boys.
Crawford.
Yeah, bro. She like, God damn, your thin skin. But I ain't even talking about you. But hey, you know what? What I will say, and I ended up talking about it with this. Maybe that's what make her great, OG. Like that, and maybe that's what make her such a dog in the ring. Because you can't do all that shit and then just turn it off outside the ring. And so you know how she is in the ring. She always want to compete. She always going at people. She ain't backing down from shit. She talking her shit and she going. So when she get out the ring, you can't really expect her to turn that shit off. And so when she outside the ring, if you say something, she going. If you don't say something, she going. If she feels slighted or disrespected, she going. I'm with you though. It's like some of that shit is unnecessary, but without it, will we talk about it the way that we do? Will we cover her the way that we do? So it's kind of a double-edged sword, because if she was just this quiet, meek personality that didn't say shit, then what do we have to talk about? So I kind of see both sides of it. But I'm more on your side where it's like, come on, some of that shit you don't even got to respond to, and it's kind of nonsensical. Like Amanda Serrano not trying to steal your likeness, bro. Like, stop. Like, what are you talking about? Like shit like that. I'm 100% with you, but that's really all I got on it, man. That's all I got, man. You got anything else before we move along, man?
No, it's just kind of funny you said that. I just, it's just amazing. I said she reminded me of a female Terence Crawford.
Yeah, that's why they all so tight. Her, Shakur, Bud, they don't like nothing. But if you ain't bending the knee to them and telling them how great they are, bro, you are a hater. You hear me?
Right.
If you like, you could just state a fact. Like, yo, Clarissa, you really have struggled stopping people. Like, you ain't really got no power like that. Oh, you a hater? I'm an Olympic gold medalist, multiple undisputed champion. You just a hater. You don't know boxing. But dog, you got 3 knockouts in 15 fights. Like, what do you want me to say? Like, I don't know. But yeah, bro, it's fucking crazy. But anyway, bro. So you got a thumbnail up. You know, we got to cover these two brothers before we leave. You got the thumbnail up of Tank Davis and Shakur Stevenson. And it's a lot going on with that topic right now. One thing I want to touch on though, I saw Shakur Stevenson post something that I want to get your reaction to. He said he's kind of goes along with what we just saying. So yesterday he posted, he said, these YouTubers, hold on, let me find this shit, man. He said these YouTubers are the biggest liars. They get paid to make a story that create the most views. Hopefully y'all not dumb enough to believe all of the lies that they putting out there. Believe none of what you hear and half of what you see. What's he talking about, OG? What's going on with Shakur in that statement, man? What's going on with him? Why is he upset at the YouTube community, bro?
Well, now I don't know exactly what this, what it is, but I will say this: you got a lot of Tank fans that just don't like Tank Davis. Why? Because of what he has accomplished. So therefore, they looking at Shakur Stevenson. Oh, he got an offer. First of all, it was one lie after another. He was offered $30 million. What? 30 million? The Tank ain't gonna even make that damn much, right? But that was a lie there. And of course, Shakur, he sees all this because he's always on social media. So he sees all this. And this is what he's alluding to. These are lies. These are lies that's been told on him. And of course, you don't make a decision like that. Yes, they did send him an offer. I'm quite sure they did. All right. Yes, it is true that they don't like that fight. But once again, that they wants to send him an offer. Now, a lot of people say, well, he gonna turn it down for the money. Well, Shakur might not feel that way. That's what he might be saying also. So one thing about it is, Shakur Stevenson, from the time that he was showing up and showing out, did not show out. I'm sorry. That they call him running or whatever. Like I say, I don't think that fight was that boring. He stood in the pocket and fought. But of course, he just didn't have enough power. But still, he feels like he's getting picked on. He feel like that. Okay, look, enough is enough. he feel like, hey, look, calm down, I'll make a decision or whatever. And I did not say I wanted a big payday. It's just a lot of untruths being put out there, and it's kind of not fair because you can't negotiate. You can't negotiate on social media or YouTube or
Yeah.
nowhere else. You do things behind closed doors, and all we know is when the fight is announced, where it's going to be, and what city it's going to be in, and that's it. Once they get that done, then sooner or later you're gonna find out how much they're gonna get paid. So I mean, it is what it is, and I think
Yeah.
he's getting kind of fed up now.
Yeah, that's why I'm with you. I think it's important as a content creator, we just react to like what they say, right? So if and then you're not in that position, I would love to know who he's talking about. I will say about the actual statement, throw some names on it, Shakur. Whoever you listening to that you feel like is lying on you, let the people know. And then please, for the life of me, stop quoting rap lyrics, bro. Stop quoting rap lyrics on your shit and just let us know. Let us know. You can put all this shit.
It sounds corny. Yeah,
bro. He can put all this. He can put all these quote unquote lies to bed by simply saying, "Yeah, I'm at Tank. I want the Tank fight. What's up?" Or you know what I'm saying, like something like how he directly called out everybody else and speak on everything else. Just directly speak on the situation and leave that shit alone, bro. But as far as like what he's saying about YouTubers lying and clickbaiting and shit, I mean, that's what people have to do for views a lot of times. But they gotta, they people do shit like that. But as long as it's not you, then you should be good with what he said. I don't have no issue with what he said because I know I'm giving my opinion and reacting to something that either Wally Moses said or Kenny Ellis said or anything like that. I'm not you don't just make shit up about people. So it is what it is. I think he's right to speak with however he feels. I just wish a little tweaking, as in put the name on it, whoever the fuck you watching and who you talking about, right? Number one. Number two, the rap lyric shit, like he keep Eminem quotes and Jay-Z quotes. That ain't never been him. He ain't never been one to do that. You know what I mean? He always been one to say something directly about, whatever fighter he talking about, or whoever he going at in that particular situation. So keep on doing that, man. The cryptic shit, that's not you. It shows a change in behavior, and people can pick up on that shit. But other than that, bro, he's supposed to do whatever he want to do and say whatever he want to say. I did want to go to a post that Greenville and Mike said. I haven't seen this, but Greenville and Mike has been subscribed to me for a long time, and he's a member to the channel. He says Kenny Ellis, the co-head trainer of Gervonta Tank Davis, just posted a sign emoji, like telling Shakur to sign the contract on his Instagram. So I don't know if he's trolling or if they really sent the contract, if he's hinting at something. But do you think, and I heard you say you think that they will, do you think that this is a fight? Because you got a lot of people that say Tank and his team don't want this fight. They're scared of the fight. Do you think that this is a fight that Tank Davis and his team are pursuing right now? And do you think that there's some negotiations going on behind the scenes, or is this all just bullshit and they're going to actually go in a separate direction and fight each other? Do you think that they're really trying to make this fight happen behind the scenes? Specifically, do you think Tank Davis and his team want this fight?
Okay, well, I think Tank Davis wants this fight, but I don't think his team wants this fight. Now, I don't know, maybe they see something or I don't know, but they are pursuing this fight. They are, or they have sent him a contract. Now it's up to him if you want to sign it. But of course, that's why what shout out to Fanon, what he said on Fanon's channel. See, they just trying to establish that you all know that we are the A side, and they want also let Shakur Stevens know. Look, you're not about to get rich off of us. All right, we're about to make you an offer. It might be a little bit more than whatever you've been getting. So it is what it is. So so Shakur Stevenson, now it's up to him now. The ball is in his court. So what he have to do is mull it over with Jay Prince and find out, okay, is this sufficient enough? Are we gonna stand to make way more than this? See, these are the things they do in negotiations. These are the things they do behind closed doors that we don't see. You know, because they project what Tank Davis is gonna bring in the people. I'm saying, you know, they project how the pay-per-view is gonna be. So, hey, is that gonna be enough? 3 million? I mean, Shakur only made 3 million with Top Rank. So, okay, I tell you what, we're gonna give him 6 million. All right, but Shakur might say no.
Then he
I
duck.
want
Then he ducking. And I do want to show
right.
this, just so you can
Right.
see it. I don't know if you can. So that's hold on. Let me. But anyway, I know it's kind of blurry, but that's Kenny Ellis, and that's what they were talking about. He said, "Let's see," and he got the sign emoji, and they're reporting that he's saying they sent some shit to Shakur, and I need Shakur's camp to either directly refute that or let us know that it's some bullshit. But it's looking like they're trying to negotiate that fight. But I do want you to know, I wasn't doubting Greenville and Mike or whatever, but I'm looking at it for myself. This shit did happen. So, and it just happened like early this morning where he's letting it be known, like, yo, let's see, sign that shit. Like, so I can confirm that Tank side is claiming that they sent something over to Shakur for the fight. So, but go ahead, OG.
Yeah. So now I'm quite sure they sent something over. But this is the thing, you know, is it enough for Shakur saying now just because he made 3 million with Top Rank, that don't mean that you sent him 3 million as the offer to fight Gervonta Davis, knowing that you're gonna make way more than that. So you know, it's kind of like, you know, you gotta, okay, what is he really worth? What has he really done? Because see, you have to do your homework. You gotta go back and you gotta look and see, you know, what was his biggest payday, what was his biggest crowd on TV. All right, let Jay Prince say, you know, on TV, he was the highest watch, but that's free TV, or well, that's cable, you know. So we are talking about pay-per-view. He never fought on pay-per-view. So they kind of did the same thing with Frank Martin. You know, so Shakur Stevenson, but he got a little more accolades than Frank Martin. Okay, of course, he has a belt, you know, things like that. So I'm quite sure they working behind the scenes. And one thing about it, Gervonta Davis has set the bar so high that all these guys either trying to price themselves out, or they trying to get a fight with Tank Davis, no matter if it's a good fight or a bad fight. And this is the problem. Everybody wants to be like Gervonta Davis. I'm not just saying it because I'm a Tank fan, but you know, it is what it is. I mean, he packing in the houses. He's more known than any other fighter right now. I mean, he just, you know, that guy, you know, and now he set the bar so high that the other fighters, it's hard for them to get up there. That's why Shakur Stevenson said, look, I'm the top guy at 135. But see, I'm really not like Tank, though, right? Then you're not the top guy. You know? But what I'm trying to say is that, no, I'm not like Tank, famous, can be able to sell.
I'm not a star like him. Yeah, I'm not a star like him. Yeah.
Right. There you go.
And I bet his team is mad than the motherfucker. He said that too, OG.
You know what? I said the same thing.
I bet you they mad. Yep. But let me take you here for a minute. Let me put you in my thought process, and you let me know. You let me know what you think. So I'm of the mindset, if it's 6 million flat fee, if they want to give him 5% of the back end money on the pay-per-view, he should just take that shit. Like he really shouldn't negotiate. And I'm gonna tell you why, OG. Like, if we all take our feelings out of it and you do math and you really pay attention to what's going on, this is how wide, like I want people to understand this, KQ. This is how wide the gap is in the revenue that they generate. KQ, Tank Davis and Frank Martin generated more revenue than all of Shakur Stevenson's 22 fights combined. He has no leg to stand on. Shakur Stevenson, put this in perspective, OG. His live gate, so he was on free TV, so he didn't get any pay-per-view buys, right?
Right.
His live gate was $900,000. Tank Davis's live gate was $15 million. That is damn near 16 times more just in the live gate, not even including the pay-per-views Tank Davis sold. You can literally go add up all of Shakur Stevenson's live gate since he's been a champion, and they don't even equal what Tank Davis did with Frank Martin. Now throw on his numbers that he did with Hector, throw on his numbers that he did with Ryan Garcia, throw on his numbers that he did with motherfucking Mario Barrios, throw on his numbers that he did with Rowley. Boy, if you don't take that shit and if you don't take your highest payday and just be quiet, bro. Like he literally, yeah, you gotta take it, bro. You got to, because it looked bad when your team is out here talking about, oh, we know that we had the highest rating fight on ESPN, and we had and we know that Shakur Stevenson is a star too, because he had the most views on ESPN. OG, if you had these cups right here, if you had these Stanley Cups right here, would you rather give away 1 million of them for free, or would you rather sell 350,000 of them for $20 a cup? You rather sell the cup, right?
Right, of course.
Like, bro, like it's very simple math, bro. Like it's very simple. Tank Davis generated $41 million, KQ, in his last fight with Frank Martin when you add up his pay-per-views and his ticket sales. Shakur Stevenson hasn't generated $41 million in his entire career. And people are saying that's a bad fight for Tank. They're like, yo, the Frank and Tank fight didn't really sell that good. Bro, his fight that you think didn't sell that good sold more than all of Shakur's shit put together. And we talking about 6 million might not be enough. You got to come correct. What should the pay-per-view split be? Man, if you don't take your highest payday and get in that ring and prove you the best, and I think boxing fans, KQ, have a problem with they don't want to be educated. A lot of us, we don't want to understand what's going on, and as a result, we push the person with leverage to do shit that they shouldn't have to do. When in reality, it should be the person that doesn't have leverage to do whatever it takes to get that fight. Like Shakur Stevenson, if they got an offer, and I don't know Kenny Ellis to be somebody that's gonna lie about something like that, because you and I had the opportunity to interview him. He always seemed like he'd been a straight shooter, right? If he has a contract on the table and it gives him the opportunity to not only fight Tank Davis but make more money than he ever made in his entire career, he got to take that fight, man. If he is who he say he is, and he believe he can win that fight, he got to take that fight, bro.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, I mean, first of all, he don't have no wiggle room, for one. And any step up or any extra, you got to take it. Because if you win, then think about the reward. You're going to reap the benefits of that. So that will be even higher and higher. You be that guy.
Unless your confidence ain't really confident, unless it's fake confidence and you just talking. Because if he truly believe what he say he believe, he taking that shit and he whooping Tank ass. Yeah, like if you believe that you the one and you the best in the world and you the pound for pound number one fighter, if you really believe that and you got an opportunity to fight this dude, you taking that shit. You doing what Floyd Mayweather did with Oscar De La Hoya. Just give me the opportunity. I'm gonna beat his ass and I'm gonna be the man.
There you go. Yep.
Just give me the opportunity. You want me to take what? 23%? Give me that shit. You want me to take what? Give it here. I got him. Don't worry. And then you go in there and you do your thing and you make fools out of everybody that said Tank gonna beat you.
Yeah.
That's it. Joseph Jackson, you got to keep up, man. Go follow Kenny Ellis, man. They claiming they sent the contract, bro. I'm gonna do a video on it though, bro. But that's what we talking about, Joseph. They claim they sent the contract, and I don't know Kenny Ellis to be no liar. So I'm gonna roll with that until somebody prove otherwise, or Shakur say he lying or something like that. Then we'll talk about it. But for right now, that's what we're going off of. I know you got your super chat, KQ.
Oh no. Watch the hook. Why the Glow didn't take them gloves off after the fight? Well, she did actually when she got in the back. She was looking for a trainer and she couldn't find them. Then she said, "Come on, I want to get these gloves off." And then she took them off. You go to Fight Hype, they got it all pictured. They followed her all the way in the dressing room. All right, so she took them off. So all right.
All right, so we got about 10 minutes left in the show. OG Terrence Crawford, Madrimov fight week, man. What do you think? Terrence Crawford stepping up to 154 pounds, looking to become a 4-division champion now. He was champion at 35, undisputed at 140, undisputed at 147. He's coming into a new weight class at 154 pounds. He's been doing some wrestling and shit, at the WWE or whatever, and he's getting ready for a fight. He's a much bigger star now than he was before the last time he entered the ring. First time headlining the Riyadh season Turkey card here in America. Got a great undercard with him and shit. What do you think, man? Are you excited for this Bud Crawford Madrimov fight? What's your thoughts now that we're here for fight week?
Well, I'm excited for the fight. I would like to see Bud back in there again. And after what he done, him and Earl Spence, but nobody else is excited because the tickets are hard to sell. They're not flying off the shelf, and this just goes back to what we've been saying for years, that he doesn't sell. Only in Omaha, the tickets are not flying off the shelf. Now, don't matter everything that Knockout just said. That is all is true. But he just cannot sell. Now, that could be a lot of reasons. It could be because he said, I never interviewed with a YouTuber, or maybe the way he ran away from Fight Hype and jumped in the van. Or it could be many things. Or maybe just said he's just not a fan-friendly fighter. So, I mean, it can be whatever. But one thing about it is I'm excited for this fight. And like I say, I think Magaball is a good fighter.
Yeah, he can fight. He can fight. That's a good. This is gonna be a good fight. He can fight. You know what I mean? It's gonna be good. I get that. Of the champions right now, believe it or not, I think he better than Fundora. I know he better than Merchazaliev. So I think he fighting the best champion in the division right now. Not necessarily the best fighter, because you got Jamel Charlo, you got some other guys or whatever. But of the people that hold belts right now, I think Madrimov might be the best champion. So I like this fight. But go ahead.
Yeah. So, but one thing about it is I will never bet against Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford always have a way to win. He always find a way to win. If he fight and win in the southpaw stance or the conventional stance, it doesn't matter. He find a way to win. So I will never bet against him because he is the guy. He's that champion. So I will never bet against him. But I think Megaball will give him a little trouble until he figure him out. And then, of course, it's going to go probably in the later rounds. And I think Terrence Crawford will come out with the win.
Yeah.
Now, of course, this is the first time he's stepping up at 154. And, of course, he do look kind of heavy up top last time I seen him. But, of course, hopefully his power will carry up. And I believe it will. But I like what he's doing. He's getting out there with WrestleMania or whatever he's doing with the wrestling, and maybe now he can be a fan-friendly fighter a little bit. But it might be a little bit too late now. All right, because he's knocking on the door of 37 of age. But still in all, he lived a fighter lifestyle. I can't say the same thing for Earl Spence. But now he's living that lifestyle, and I rock with Earl Spence, no doubt about it. But still in all, I call balls and strikes. So one thing about it is Crawford has lived that lifestyle, just like Floyd Mayweather, always staying in the gym, don't smoke, don't drink, don't party, and always and it shows. It shows, So
I'm with you, man. I think he's fan friendly. I just think Top Rank did a horrible job promoting him. But I love watching him fight. I'm not a huge fan. Everybody know that, but I think he's entertaining. He gets knockouts. He goes for the finish. So I think he's fan friendly. I think it's more so personality, and then Top Rank did a horrible job promoting him. That's why he's not the star that he could be, because his personality rub a lot of people the wrong ways. Whether you want to agree with it or not agree with it, a lot of people don't vibe with the personality and shit and how he carry himself. So I think that has a lot to do with it. But I think more so Bob Arum just can't promote black fighters, and I think he stayed with Bob Arum until his mid-30s, and I think that was just too goddamn long. I think he just stayed there too long before, because now he's a bigger star doing what? He's kind of on his own. He's kind of doing his thing. He's kind of, you know what I'm saying, talking a lot more now. And what is he doing? He got the big fight with Earl, won that motherfucker, and so now he's a bigger star. I think Top Rank had an issue getting him fights with stars in his division, and I think that the way that he carries himself kind of turned people off a little bit. But he's at the apex now. As far as his card is concerned, I think the card is still great. I'm still pissed off that Tim Tszyu couldn't get in on this card because of the eye cut, because that Tim Tszyu versus Ortiz fight would have took this card to an even higher level. But for my money, I mean, other than the 5-on-5 card that they had where Ray Ford was fighting Nick Ball and they had some other great fights on there, I think this is the best card of the year, man, so far. So I'm excited to watch it. I want to see how Crawford looks. As far as his power carrying up to 154, I think his power will be okay. Because his power is not generated from him being like brute strength and all. His shit is generated off of timing and catching you with shit that you don't see and all that stuff. So as long as he's still able to have that timing and counter guys and catch people with shit that they don't see coming and be creative offensively, I think he'll be just fine. I think he'll be just fine with his power. So I'm excited for the card. I'm not gonna lie, based off of what Turkey said. I hope Bud gets through the fight, right? Against Madrimov. I'm excited to see what happens next. Like, is Turkey gonna get him the Canelo fight? Is he gonna end up having to go back and have Turkey deal with the people that we know Bud hates to deal with to get somebody big at 154? I can't wait to see, how the political landscape changes and what happens if he's able to get through Madrimov and kind of go from there to see how they negotiate and what his next move is. So I'm excited for the fight though. The other thing I wanted to talk about, since we're talking about Bud Crawford right now, I do want to say this, and I got to be clear. As far as Canelo Alvarez versus Bud Crawford, I think the fight is a horrible fight, but not for Bud Crawford. I want to be very clear because people love twisting my words and all kind of shit, just weird shit, right? So I want to be very clear with what I'm saying. I like the fight for Bud Crawford, meaning it's a great legacy fight for him.
Exactly.
Right? If he move up and he beat Canelo Alvarez or he fights valiantly, it's a great fight for him because he has nothing to lose. But to me, it's a bad fight because Canelo got nothing to lose. I mean, he got everything to lose and nothing to gain. So if Crawford goes up there and he fights Canelo Alvarez, then if he fights valiantly but he loses, people gonna be like, oh, he went up there, he dared to be great, he can go back down to 154 and he can go ahead and continue the campaign at 154. If he goes up there and he beats Canelo ass, oh my God, he's the GOAT. He's the greatest. Yeah. You know what I mean? So he don't, either way, he don't lose. Canelo Alvarez, if he beat Terrence Crawford ass, everybody gonna look at him like, yeah, you supposed to. You 168 pounder. He came up 3 weight classes in 2 fights. He was at 147, fought 1 fight at 154. Then he came up and fought you. You supposed to beat his ass. And then if Canelo loses to him, then it's gonna be like, hey man, you got exposed. You lost to a welterweight. You trash. You didn't. So that right there is why I think Canelo may not take this fight, because the risk and the reward is just a payday. It's nothing in it for him, right? It can only go bad for him if Crawford is more competitive. If Crawford beats him, if he don't wash Crawford, people gonna be looking at him sideways. And even if he wins, it's gonna be like, yeah, okay, we wanted to see you fight Benavidez, so we don't give a fuck. So I do want to say that because people misconstrue every time I speak on this topic. I don't think the fight is horrible because of Crawford, because people think I hate him. I think it's horrible because it's a win-win situation for one fighter and it's a lose-lose situation for another fighter. It's like Tank Davis fighting Monster Inoue to me. Like Tank Davis fighting Monster Inoue is the same thing. Like if Tank Davis knocked Monster Inoue out, people gonna be like, yeah, you're supposed to. He started at 108 pounds. So you're supposed to knock him the fuck out. We don't care, Tank. Or if Tank Davis loses, then he a hype job. If Monster Inoue goes up there and he beats Tank Davis, he's the greatest ever, right? He's a GOAT. He's the #1 pound fighter. If he goes up there and he fights hard and he hits Tank with a couple shots and he's competitive, then people gonna say Monster Inoue, you could just go be great, bro. You came up too high, you go back down, you go be great, and you move on. So it is what it is, man. Like it's trash. Oh, beating Berlanga is trash too, Bella. Come on, that's a trash ass fight.
Yes,
trash ass fight. But yeah, I wanted to say that. You got anything on that? Because I did have one more topic. I got one more topic I want to go to, bro. And Sports Prediction 101. I see you in the chat, bro. You know, you can always pull up. I love for you to come prove to me that I don't know what I'm talking about, bro. I love for you to do that, bro. I would love the opportunity for you buckle up because I know exactly who you are, bro. I would love the opportunity for you to come show me I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm live Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday night at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. You're more than welcome to come prove to me that I don't know what I'm talking about. I would love that conversation, bro. You and I know how it would go, but I would love that conversation, bro. Whenever you have time, sir. Go ahead, KQ.
Yeah. Bud is not interested in going undisputed anymore. Bud said he's looking for a bag, a life-changing bag where he never have to worry. This is his word, not mine. Where he never have to worry about money ever again.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he said. So, undisputed at 37 years of age, he's not going for it because the belts are spread it out. You know, so he got a chance to get two. You know, if he wins Saturday. You know, but anyway, I want to say about that card. I like the Pitbull Cruise.
The Rayo fight, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. I like that one too. And I'm just happy to see Morrell in the ring, to be honest with you. I'm just happy to see Dave Morrell in the ring. I think he's a great talent. It's some good heavyweight fights on there with Ruiz and Big Baby Miller, I believe. So it's some great fights, man. It's some good fights on that card. That's a great fight, man. That's a great fight card. I wanted to ask you about this though before we go. I know we're running a little over, but David Benavidez responded to Edgar Berlanga and Canelo Alvarez, and Edgar Berlanga responded to him. David Benavidez, very, very candid. He says, trash ass fight. I think nobody wants to see that, but at the end of the day, I don't think Canelo faces the strongest opposition. It is what it is. Berlanga heard this, and Berlanga took exception. He said, F that fat ass. He's a dirtbag, just like his father. And God doesn't bless nobody who's always hating on another man. That's for females, bro.
Edgar Berlanga, he wants to be the street fighter.
Hey, real quick, KQ, bro. If you blocked on the channel, that just means you can't comment, but you can always hit that link, bro. You ain't blocked from hitting that StreamYard link. I don't want to talk to you in the comments anyway. We can just have a conversation about whatever. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, bro. You don't have to type in my comments in order for you to hit the link, bro. You can just hit the link. I'll be live tomorrow night. Come holler at me. Go ahead, KQ.
Yeah. So Edgar Berlanga, he just, he's want to be this tough guy. He tried to pull it off with Kellen Plant and it didn't work. And Edgar Berlanga, he's just, he's looking for a bag. That's all it is. But he is a mandatory. Let's make that clear. He is a mandatory to Canelo Alvarez. So he's fighting this mandatory.
Yeah.
So, now I would like to see Dave Morrell and David Benavidez. If he can't get that Canelo fight, hey, let's see that fight. They both are great, good opponents. So I like to see that. So, but that's all I got on Knockout, man.
Yeah, I think Canelo. I mean, I think David Benavidez is well within his right to be upset at that fight. Canelo could have made more money fighting him. It's a bigger legacy fight. He's proven more. He's proven more to get the fight. And Berlanga has done nothing in the sport of boxing, man. He's done nothing in the sport of boxing to get this fight. So David Benavidez is in every right to feel that way. And Berlanga talking that shit, man. Imagine Edgar Berlanga and David Benavidez in the ring fighting each other. Boy, David Benavidez beat the stuffing out that dude, man.
Yeah.
So that shit sound good. And he ain't the only one that's hating on the fight, bro. People do not like this fight. It's a trash ass fight.
Yeah.
It's a trash ass fight. So it is what it is, man. I'm with you. I ain't got no problem with what David Benavidez said. He's supposed to be upset, but I do like that he's moving up in weight. He's gonna chase his own legacy. He's not sitting around waiting on Canelo Alvarez to give him an opportunity. So he just got to keep doing his thing, and eventually, he'll have his opportunity, man. It is what it is. That's really all I got, man.
All right,
that's really all I got. And let me see. No, that's all I got. I'll save it for tomorrow. I would just say to Sports Prediction 101, maybe get a spell check or something, homeboy. Maybe get a spell check, homeboy. You know what I mean? You said nothing that you say makes science. I think you meant sense, bro. Get a Get a spell check typing in the chat, bro. That's okay. You'll be able to come by tomorrow, dog.
Oh, okay.
You'll be able to come by tomorrow. You'll be able to come by tomorrow. Just pull up, please. Pull up. That's all I got, OG, man. It's been a great show, bro.
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody that hit the like button. I appreciate everybody in the super chat. Thank you all, and we'll be live tomorrow, same time and same place. All right, and Knockout, you be live tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I'll be live tomorrow at 7:30, and then here I put this in writing. Give me 1 second, because people like to act like shit is sweet. Give me 1 second. You will be able to come tomorrow. I'll make sure of it. There you go. Screenshot that, bro. You can pull up tomorrow if you want to. I'll make sure. I'm gonna go check right now for you. But OG, that's all I got, man. I ain't got nothing else. I'm be live tomorrow at 7:30, talking boxing. Hopefully we can get a debate in, and you know I'll do what I always do, and we'll see how that shit go, man. But I appreciate you. Great show as always. Y'all be sure to hit the like button for KQ and check him out, man. Every day at 11 a.m. he be live, and I'll be live Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 7:30, man. That's all I got, KQ.
All right, yes, sir. We out of here. Thank everybody for coming in, and we always living it up.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
This song is dedicated to all those ballers out there and all those hustlers and just people out there just getting their money on, you know what I'm saying? To all of you haters, just remember this. I'm living it up, y'all.